The Social Injustice Warriors series is not meant to offend, so if you're offended, then refer back to this intro a few times over. Most importantly, the Social Injustice Warrior wants you to remember that his opinions don't matter. They're just the way one cynical asshole sees the world. You don't have to agree, but don't bitch about it. These videos are satiric reviews, and this channel doesn't claim the rights to any copyrighted footage. So stop trying to pull our videos, jerks.
Do you remember way back when I said WCW 2000 was really a retread of the Attitude Era and just imposterized everything? Not a word, but it's a word now. Well, I was telling the truth. And I have a few more examples as well. I mean, you probably knew that. Why else would you be clicking on this fucking video? Let's get to the point. WCW issued the Hardcore Championship, a title which actually somehow meant even less than the WWF's Hardcore title. Because the WWF Hardcore Championship's success with a 24/7 rule, a rule which stated that the title could be won anywhere at any time or any place, WCW's Hardcore title was contested under Falls Count Anywhere matches, leading to pinfalls being counted in various places and almost never a ring. Terry Funk got the shit kicked out of him by a donkey once. I wish I was making that up, but I'm not that creative. They'd also establish a commissioner role. You know, because WWE also had one around this time. As I said before, Hoovy began impersonating The Rock, but he wasn't the only one. Booker T began to dress a lot like the Great One and was pushed in an eerily similar manner as well, becoming nicknamed The Book. He was basically written to be WCW's People's Champion, a fact which was brought up often and highlighted during his initial feud with The Rock when he later joined WWE. Ed Ferrara, you may know him as Vince Russo's bitch, played Oklahoma, a very blatant and uninspired parody of Jim Ross. They would even go so far as to hire and team Oklahoma up with Dr. Death Steve Williams, a man who was briefly managed by Ross. You know, when WWE tried his second heel turn, because the first one went so well. Ed would not only wrestle as Oklahoma, but would also remain at the commentary desk, lending his imposter voice to the airwaves of Monday Nitro, while the real Ross actually commentated over on Raw. In of itself, this parody was poor, but also showed that WCW was an extremely petty company, and was second-rate to the WWF. The Vampiro gimmick started elsewhere before making its way over to WCW, but it was obvious from the start that he was brought in to have the torch passed from Sting as a reigning supernatural gimmick. Instead, that torch would set Sting on fire. Or, more accurately, a stuntman dressed as Sting on fire. WCW booked Ahmed Johnson to come in and take over for Booker T in Harlem Heat, dubbing him Big T. Where WWE had China, WCW had Asia. I mean, I'm just gonna put these couple pictures here, and I mean, do I really need to say more to you? What can I even comment on about that? That's blatant as fuck. The NWO reformed with Bret Hart and Jeff Jarrett at the helm and faded away immediately into obscurity. WCW changed its ring ropes and official colors to red on Mondays for Nitro and blue on Thursdays for Thunder, just like WWE's flagship shows Raw and SmackDown. WCW 2000 struggled for an identity, and amongst all its campy gimmickiness, it found one in trying to parody something that worked for somebody else. So I'm Social Injustice Warrior V Infuso, and if you like the words that came out of my mouth hole, then don't forget to like and subscribe.